Okay. So go ahead and tell me your name and where you're from and maybe a few words that describe you in general.
Alright, I'm Sean Pizzini. I was born in Maryland, and now my family's moved over to Kalamazoo area.
Really?
What were the other questions?
Oh, just words that describe you.
That's kind of a broad point of view. I guess you could kind of say a bit of a nerd.
Yeah.
I mean, I've attended Dragon Con twice now, so it'd be hard to go there and not be considered a nerd in any way, shape, or form.
I'm a nerd.
You go there and are kind of jumping around your seat when you find out that Leonard Nimoy is appearing. Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, millennials are said to be dependent on technology. How dependent on technology are you in your daily life, and how important is it for you to have technology integrated into the classroom or college?
Well, I'm kind of in between on that because I was staying in contact with people. Technology has been great with that. With all the social mediums out there, that you can go and contact someone that's all the way across the side of the country, or even people in different countries. And as for being in a classroom environment, it gets kind of fuzzy when you start doing internet homework, because that can be a real pain in the butt.
What are your expectations for technology in college? Is there anything that you expect out of a college university?
Like where do I expect
with technology? What type of technology do you expect to see in a university?
Well,
like a minimum standard for what they should have.
Or they should have, not where they're going? Or...
Well, yeah, what you expect to see from say Western as far as integration of technology.
I think that they apparently did really well with the wireless around campus. That allows for people to access all the silicon they have to get, all the homework stuff they have to do that's sadly turning towards online homework. And so having wireless across campuses is pretty important with all that.
Now, what type of learning environment do you find most engaging and successful for you? Like small, large, team-oriented?
It depends on the class, really. Like the type of class it is. If it's something rather simplistic, like, I don't know, basic math, you don't need a small class for that. Unless if the people in the class are not getting it at all, then I guess they need more one-on-one time with the professor. But if it's something that's a little bit faster paced, if people are catching on, you don't need a small class, and it's more efficient to have more people in one room.
Do you find team-oriented experiences beneficial in certain circumstances?
Yeah, like it helps when you're dealing with something like a chemistry lab where it's a lot easier and cost-effective too to have more people working on at the same lab station. Then it also depends on getting into the type of classes. If it's a math class,
do you like teamwork or like teams in classrooms?
Having teamwork is obviously good to have because it gets you ready for later or something like where you will be part of a team, more than likely.
Yeah. What do you think your biggest challenge in college is?
I do. It's kind of hard one. I guess a lot of people will be getting into the routine of things, just getting off of class, finding what time it's best to get off of class. Because waking up too early for those of us who are night people like myself tends to make one rather tired during class, and we're going through a really boring lecture that talks. So it kind of definitely has to go towards falling asleep.
Yeah.
Constantly.
How important is it for you to live in a campus community that's focused, that's themed around your particular academic focus? Do you live in a community like that?
I can see where like having engineers and engineering dorm would make sense. I think over at MIT that's what they did as well, where they had certain people in certain fields living in these, at least certain parts of the dorm, close range. And that way, you're more likely to share consciously and hear you, which allows for that bit of a community for helping people understand what's going on, which then will help people get better grades.
Now, how involved are your parents or guardians in your academic and career? Are they kind of step back, or are they more involved in where you're going and getting you through it?
They're kind of step back for the most part. Like every now and then they'll still constantly be going, hey, how's class going? But they're not trying to stalk me at every point. Like, when is your next test?
So you definitely tend to be more independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is also a good thing, is a lot of people here, when it comes to their future employment status, you're not going to have your parents breathing down your neck at every turn.
So is there any last, for the final question, is there anything that you'd like to just tell the university about your generation, like a general statement? If there's anything about our generation here that you think they should know that's important, what do you think it would be?
Not really sure how to ask that exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of tough because you think that your generation is.
Well, because our generation is divided into sects essentially. Like everyone finds their own clique essentially. As you probably guess by the way I'm dressing, I tend to go towards more sort of darker kind of life, not like evil, but towards the outsider kind of perspective. So.
Well, thank you so much.
No problem.
That's awesome.